The United Nations mission in South Sudan, UNMISS, is planning to step up its patrols in the town of Torit, eastern Equatoria, to include foot patrols through the southern Sudanese town to boost security in the region.
The country spiraled into civil war with fighting along ethnic lines after President Salva Kiir sacked his deputy, Riek Machar, in 2013.
The United Nations mission in South Sudan, UNMISS, is boosting patrols in Torit, South Sudan, to help protect civilians caught in a 4-year civil war in the country. Torit, a town in eastern Equatoria, is suffering from a volatile security situation with ongoing clashes related to cattle raids, intercommunal disputes and violence between armed groups involved in the Southern Sudanese political conflict. Troops serving with UNMISS already conduct regular patrols in the area. On a recent visit to the region, the UNMISS head of mission, David Shearer, met the Imatong State Governor Tobiolo Alberio Oromo and discussed ways to improve security in the area, including patrolling on foot through the town to deter violence.
Mentioned to the governor that our UNMISS people, which have been moving out and on patrols, have, I think, created perhaps more stability and more confidence building. I offered more in that regard to be able to do that.
South Sudan was the world's youngest country when it became independent from neighboring Sudan in 2011, following decades of conflict. But the new nation dissolved into civil war less than 2 years later, after President Salva Kiir, an ethnic Dinka, fired his deputy Riek Machar unaware. Since then, tens of thousands have died and 3.5 million of the country's 12 million citizens have fled their homes, creating Africa's largest refugee crisis since Rwanda's 1994 genocide.
The conflict in South Sudan is a man-made conflict for which the leaders of South Sudan bear a responsibility, a direct one. The dire economic situation and continued conflict in the country have combined to create a dangerous and precarious situation for its citizens. But the same leaders can also bring the country back from the impending abyss. All that is needed is genuine political will to halt military operations, peacefully negotiate, and make the compromise necessary to achieve sustainable peace in the country.
Despite more robust peacekeeping, violence continues in the country. The UN mission has 12,000 armed peacekeepers and a budget of over $1 billion. But that's not enough to patrol South Sudan, which has less than 300 kilometers of paved roads.